Welcome, beautiful yogis. I'm so glad you're here. Welcome if you're new. So glad you're here too. And today's practice is one of bringing balance, both physically and equanimity, into the emotional, mental body. And so we're going to do some nice gentle stretches, some breathing as we move, a little meditation at the end, and a good deep relaxation. So welcome, come and sit in your easy cross-legged state, and thanks so much for opening your camera. It's really great to feel connected with you, and that makes a big difference because, of course, we are connected. Yay, lovely, lovely. Great. So, we come as we are, but we sit like Buddhas, tall and stable in the nobility of who we truly are. So please lower your gaze and look inward. Sense the energy of your inner body. And what is it that comes to your attention as you look inward? Can't get it wrong. We're showing up exactly as we are. This too serves as a little before moment, so that when we look in again towards the end, we can see if we've shifted. I can kind of guarantee that we will. And so now with your inner attention and your upright spine, let's take a nose breath in, lovely deep one. Filling up to fullness, little pause moment. And then I invite you to blow the breath away as though you were dispersing dandelion seeds into the wind. Till there's no breath left, and then receive your next inhalation through your nose. Same again, there's that little pause and then the blowing the breath away smoothly through your pursed lips. It's a gentle pressure, it's not a great big gale force wind, it's just a little puff of your exhalation. Let's do it one more time. Great. As you lower your chin now, open your eyes, hold onto your knees and around your back. Just letting your shoulders come forward, and from the tailbone to the spine there's a curvature now, like the letter C. And now as the breath wants to come in again, draw your heart space forward. You could pull on your knees. Heart lifts, shoulders roll back, and chin lifts slightly. Top of inhale here, and then the exhale. Droop your spine into the rounded place as we now look downwards and inwardly contract both the pelvic floor and the low belly. Draw forward when you're ready to breathe in. Lift the heart, broaden the collarbones and lift your chin slightly. Ready to exhale, the opposite movement, the rounding and the inward contracting. So continue with this in your own breath timing, enjoying at each end of the breath that little holding moment as we feel on inhale the front body just open and expand, and as we exhale that same feeling of spreading and opening across the back and the internal contraction, pelvic floor, lower belly, inwards and upwards. One more time, please. This time, as we round and reach the end of the exhalation, little pause, invite you to circle your trunk, starting towards your right. So I'll be mirroring you a lot. Nice big circling with your rib cage. And you'll find as you do that, nice and slow, moving with your breath, that, with each exhale, we're contracting again the low belly muscles. So there is a kind of churning of the viscera. We'll do one more. Have a sense that your rib cage are propelling this circling. And then at the end of the exhale, we'll simply rotate the other way and aligning the breath, half of it on the one, kind of exhaling as we go back, promoting that internal contraction. So we're linking the breath with the moving, with our state of being. Great, and now we've completed 3 cycles. Bring your way back to the upright place, letting go your knees now. Bring your fingertips to touch the mat either side, making sure that your shoulders are rolled back and your sternum is lifted. And we now have that vertical axis, tail to crown. We take a breath in. Slide, please, towards your left with your hand on the mat. Bring your right arm forward in front of your face. A hand, bring it next to your ear, looking through the underarm. Take a breath in here, this side reach. Holding the side reach, turn your face to look down while exhaling at the hand on the mat. And then the inhale, we look up again. So it's a little head turn with the breath, the upward gaze, and then turning to look down. We've got one more this way. Little slow turn of the head as we open the right ribs. The exhale finds us looking down again. Until now, inhale, make your way back to upright and bring your arms level with the mat. Good. Take a breath in. A hand. This exhale, bring your hands to clasp at your low back. Hook thumbs or fingers, lift the heart, broaden the collarbones and knuckles to the ground away from the body with your elbows straight. And please lower the chin. Inhaling, raise the chin. And exhaling, lower the chin, keeping the squeeze of your shoulder blades behind you and moving with your breath. Last one, the exhalation is the lowering of the chin. Great, and then we just undo the hands and bring them back again, fingertips poised, each side of the mat with the lovely vertical axis as tall as could be. Breathing in, sliding now towards your right, bringing your left arm in front and next to your head, opening the underarm. And as we're ready to breathe in again, leaning, look upwards under the arm. And as we're ready to breathe out, lower your chin and look down towards the hand on the mat. Keep the upper arm as close as you can to your ear. Mindful if you have an injury. Continue to move your head with the breath. Coming to our last one, last breath cycle. And now on this inhalation, we're coming back to upright with the arms level to the ground. We fill up again with a breath, and as we did a moment ago, interlace the hands or thumbs behind your back. See if you can put the other one on top so it feels a bit awkward. Lift your heart, shoulders go back, elbows straighten as the knuckles reach for the ground behind you. This time we raise the chin slightly on inhale and lower it on exhale. From the low place, rotate your face towards your left and up as though we're at the 12 o'clock place on the clock. continue circling until we're back at the 6 o'clock point. And let's do this twice more. Just a slow rotation of your head, and the vigorous arms certainly brings more sensation. One to go, and maybe also some sound that you can hear from your own creaky neck. If you're like me, that would be quite loud. And release at center. Undo your hands and give them a little shake out. A little shake out, terrific. Great. All right. Now we're going to undo the legs to bring your feet to flat. If you're on your seated blanket here, you might find you're traveling a little bit. No matter, you can always move the blankie. So the feet are a little bit apart. We use the hands behind. Lift your heart again and just tip your knees a little way to your right or left, doesn't matter, and the other way. And so when the feet are further apart, we can feel all this in the hip socket. Now we might find as we continue to roll this way, it all gets a little bit lubed up, a little easier. See if you can stay in touch with your breath as we go side to side. Great, we come to our last one. To bring the knees back to upright and walk the feet together and bring your seat back a little bit as we sit upright and slide now your right leg directly straight in front of you and drag your left heel close to the groin. So if you've got an achy knee, you can put your block under that knee, and we try to have that front leg, your right leg, straight as could be. Great. The opposite hand, please. So that would be your left hand. Inhale, bring it up. And then on the exhale, we're going to reach to the other side of the leg or the foot. Doesn't matter how far we get. That's Om 1. Inhale, coming up again. 4 Om 2. And we've got 1 to go. Inhale, stretch up. And exhale, this time we'll grab somewhere the toes, the ankles, or the knee. Bring your other hand in as well, and just rest with your hands at ease on your ankle or toes. See if you can drop the shoulders. On inhale, we're going to raise the heart, flattening your upper back, a little holding moment. And then on the exhale, as though lying your heart forward towards your knee, fold a little closer to your leg. We'll be here for 3 conscious breaths, feeling how your back fills with the inhale. It's a penetrating inhale, and how it all softens on the exhale. Let's do 2 more of those. So all the while you're listening to your body. If you've had a back injury, be very cautious. Good. And so now we're coming up. Feel free to walk your hands up that leg. Press back up. And the knee that's out to the side, we bring it up. And we step that left foot over the straight right leg. And just draw your both hands around the upper knee and elevate up that central axis for an upright twist. So we're going towards your left. So bring that left hand behind you and raise your right arm up. Get long. And then wrap either your elbow around the up knee or maybe your wrist. See what works. Stay tall and twist your upper body now towards your left. We're rooting through the sitting bones and the hand behind to get taller on the breath in and maybe a little further on the breath out. Ribs towards the left. 2 more breaths, please. So as the trunk keeps heading towards the left, on the next exhale, your head turns towards the right. Looking over your right shoulder, tilt your ear a little bit towards that shoulder. Great, and then we release and soften this pose, unwinding as it were, coming back to center to switch legs. Now your left leg directly in front, and we'll bring the right heel in, and if this knee needs a little support, just put your block there. We sit really upright, commit to the vertical axis. Opposite arm rises up. So your right arm, inhale, coming up long. Now the exhale, reach past the leg somewhere. Remember, we're having 3 goes at this. Inhale, coming up. So we're still warming up the back. Exhale, come forward. Inhale, get long and lift. And this time we're coming forward. Let the hand land on your toes, your ankles, or your knee. Bring your other hand in as well. Relax the shoulders down. And this inhale, rising heart, flattening upper back. And then the exhale, draw closer to your legs. You've got a little pull with your hands. Looking down, we put all the awarenessing now on the breath and the feeling of the slow, deep breaths in your trunk. This is a deep dive into our own body, as we spend a lot of time in just one part of it, which mainly is our head. Good. And at the completion of the third exhalation, just walk your hands up your leg, come to the upright place, and bring that knee up, and step your foot over your straight leg. We're setting up now for that twist to the other side, so tall. And raise now your right arm, circle it back to the ground behind for a little prop. And then we'll bring the left arm up again and hook it over the knee, either using your elbow around the knee or your hand. And root your feet, your seat. Exhale towards your right. So each inhalation is a lengthening. Each exhalation is a slightly further rotation of your ribs and your shoulders, even your head. Coming now to maintaining the trunk here, turn your face over your left shoulder, tilt the ear, and stay for a breath or 2. Great, and please unwind, sliding both legs towards straight in front of you. This is where a blankie can really help, keeping your pelvic tilted so that your back doesn't need to round. Right, we got the toes drawn in, the heart lifted. Now we're going to take the both arms. Inhale, up, get long. Heart leads, and we're going to have 3 goes at this. Come forward on the exhale. Just feel it out. Ooh, there's hamstrings and back. Inhale, come up again, get long. And the exhale, we come forward. And that one more. So remember, we don't have to have the reach all the way to the toes. We can hold the knees or somewhere between. But grab a hold with your both hands. Drop the shoulders and catch the inhale to lift your heart, to flatten your upper back. And then the exhale, come forward over the legs, drawing closer, tending body sensations and breath. So we're meeting this animating force that's flowing through the body. It's kept us going. Aligning with the breath now, how it can help us with each exhalation to relax, to possibly a little deeper into this stretch. Got one more. You could do an active exhalation here, pelvic floor, lower belly. Great, let go and walk your way back up your legs, coming up tall, and relax your feet. Maybe paddle them a little bit, paddling the feet and circling them together, and then circling them together the other way. Nice, everyone. Good. We're going a little deeper into the side stretch. So let's bring the right heel in close again and take your left leg way out to the left. Root through your sitting bones, become very vertical here. And this time it's the same side arm. Take it up on the inhale. As though we were going into triangle pose, side reach towards somewhere on the leg. Grab a hold. And then on the inhale, lift your trunk towards your right and wrap your right arm behind your back. Great, giving a little leverage, so tuck that arm in. Maybe it can find the top of your other leg. And the gaze is over that disappearing shoulder to your right for the inhale. And then the low chin allows you to turn your face to look down the long leg. And let's stay here for the 3 breaths. So we've opened up now through the upper chest and the shoulder and even down that whole side. Breathe into the places you can feel. Great. This is the inhale where it will come up. So inhale your trunk to vertical, bring the arm back up, and then lower it down and release the hand from behind you. We'll place both hands in front. Lift the heart and come forward down the midline, even though the legs are here asymmetrical. And so we're just going to explore with curiosity the possibility of stretching out of the low back, hands are supportive in front. And there's all kinds of possibilities. Some might lie flat on the ground easily, and some of us, most of us, just slightly forward of the midline. Be where you can be, and let it be enough. It's in that acceptance of where we are that we can meet ourselves with more kindness and with more love, which is, of course, the essence of who we are. Breath into the deepest regions of your back. Good. And we're coming up again. Use your hands. Just walk your way back up. Bend the straight leg knee. So the foot is flat, but it's still angled out. And bring that same side arm up to hold your ankle. And so the knee and the elbow press against one another, leaving the other side free to once again wrap behind the back. Sit tall and twist in that direction. And so with each twist, there's a part of the body that is stable. When it's an upper body twist, it's the seat, the hips that are steady. Keep the twist, turn your face again towards the up knee, which is resisting into the elbow. And release the pose. Good, winding back to center, doing great, everyone. We're going to switch legs now. It's the other leg that's going out to the side. And being as upright as you can, same side arm inhales up, Side reach, grab where you can. The free arm comes to wrap behind your back and turn in that direction. So they were angled a little bit here. Breathing into this side stretch in all the places you can feel. On this exhalation, look down towards the long leg. 2 more breaths. And from here, coming back up to the midline, release your arms. Let's just bring your hands to the front. Lift the heart and hinge forward with the heart leading, keeping your sit bones grounded. And this feeling of possibilities, keep rooting in your sit bones. Sliding forwards, the hands can support you as you go a little deeper, or you might find it nice to just reach the arms. Be in your body and feel it. You're going to walk the hands back, come to upright hand now. Bend that straight leg, knee so the foot is flat but still angled out. Raise the arm, hand get long, and then bring your arm inside of the knee. Hold your ankle and sit upright, winding again your left arm behind the back. And this time we're much more upright. Elbow and knee resisting against one another or supporting one another, so that we get a little leveraging to rotate the ribs and feel the breath. It might feel a little constricted in the twist. Breathe through that. Face now turning back again. Good, and release your arms. Great. Oh, bring the legs up and take them both out. So straddle legs. Adjust your sitting bones. Push through the heels and your legs towards straight. So for some of us, not going to happen. Just have your knees a little bent. That's all right. Just be in your body the way it is. Great. Now bring the fingertips, as we've been doing, right in front. Lifting your heart, and then from your heart leading the way, hinge a little forward of your sitting bones. We try to keep the spine long, so there's no point really in bending your forehead to the ground. We want to stay with an extension in the spinal column. Again, that feeling of just exploring. The hands support. Bring your breath deep to your back. The exhalation is the release point. The inhalation, the renewal of length. Two more cycles of breath. And from here, we're just going to use the hands to come back to upright and to help the legs back in together. Great. So let's take the blankie out and sit along the length of your mat in a way that in a moment we'll be lying down. Make sure you've got enough room behind you to still be on the mat. All right, so we've got the hands holding, we've got the heart lifted. Take your feet off the floor and lift them so they're level with your knees. And lift your heart, squeeze your shoulder blades into the body. And here we are in the half boat pose. Keep your breath flowing. You might explore straightening one leg and bending it again. Feel free, if your core feels ready, to straighten both or just stay here. We're meeting ourselves with kindness. We're not here to push the envelope. We're here to align with the body gently, stretching it to places it might go. Yep, that's the other possibility, is to reach your arms so you're no longer holding your legs and your arms are reaching. Nice, everyone, and that's terrific. Hands to knees. Lift your heart as your feet come back down to the mat. Good. Before we go on to the back, bring your feet together in cobbler's pose. And we inch the sit bones back to facilitate, and again, a lovely forward bend. Now this time we round the back a little bit. We've got the feet matched up, your hands holding the feet, and breathing into the low back. Yeah, we got cobbler's pose. Cobbler's pose, the feet are together. That's it, Bluma. And then fold over that area. Feel it all with your breath. Good, now we're going to come back up again, back to the upright, bring the knees in. Good, and so now we're going to head down, not all the way onto the back, but onto the forearms. So a little back, and bring your palms down, so we're leaning on the forearms. That's it, just tuck your tail, so lift and tuck your tail. Elbows ground and shoulders draw back to lift the heart. Strong in your low belly, take your feet off the mat, and then on an exhale, slide your legs straight and bring it in. And slide the other leg towards straight and bring it in. So staying with your breath, pedaling your legs close to the ground, we've moved now into the core muscles of the body. We have, of course, been there already. We've given them a little preview, and that exhalation, inward contraction, helps. So pedaling your legs. Great. Last one. Great. Bring your feet down. Strategize that as we lie down, you're still on the mat. So come all the way down with your head landing and have a little moment where all those muscles can relax and release. And we kind of merge with the ground. Nice. Please draw your right knee in towards your chest. Send your left leg straight out on the mat. And feel how your low back is pinned down. Relax your right foot and see if it will just circle around the ankle. Right foot circling. Reverse. Great, and then as we still hold the right knee and the right foot's relaxed, attention to your straight left leg, pushing through the heel. Inhale, bring that left leg slowly upwards towards vertical, and then on the exhale, bring it back down. As we did. The left leg rises. So all of this is therapy for low back. Try to keep your low back close to or pinned into the mat. Next time your left leg comes up, bend the knee and wrap your hands around the left knee and slide your right leg straight out on the mat. Good, let everything settle here. Attention to the left foot. Can you relax it? Give it a little twirl. And reverse. And with that left foot now at ease, attention to the right leg, which is vigorously straight. Push through the heel and bring it up on an inhale. Right leg rises up to vertical and lowers down on the exhalation. And so modulate your breath to move with the leg. In fact, the sense of the breath driving the leg. One more, coming up, lowering down. And then this time as we bring the right leg up, have the knee bend, placing one hand on that knee. So we've got a hand on each knee. Draw both thighs close to the body and circle the knees together in a clockwise direction. And we'll do it 3 times. And then reverse that circling. Feel how your sacrum's rolling on the mat. Nice. We complete with a little hug in of both knees. Some of you might catch the exhale and lift your chest and nose towards the knees. Only to bring your head back down. Let it rest. And bring your palms down near the hips. And then move your knees so they're directly over your hips, lifting the shin bones so they're parallel to the mat. From here, it's the right arm and the left leg. As we breathe in, they stretch away from each other. Inhale, extend the left leg and the right arm, and exhale, bring it back to our starting place. Then it's the left arm and right leg. Extend and stretch, returning on exhale. Let the breath begin and then the moving. So we stay in alignment. We're alternating sides. It's across the body. Strengthening and lengthening the muscles along this diagonal line in the core. And we're moving slowly and deliberately with ease. And how about a little pleasure? Just enjoy doing this. We've got one more to each side. Great. As we complete with the left arm and the right leg, meet your knees again with the hands and draw them really close to your body, maybe curling up. And let your feet land on the ground. Parallel, knees are bent, and palms down near the feet. And pause here a moment Feel the echo, the reverberance through the body of sensation. Get the feeling of the breath. The next exhalation, as though breathing out through the feet, your parallel feet, press them down a little bit, and the hands as well. Tuck your tail, and as we inhale, the tail rises first, and then your hips rise up off the mat, straight up. Now we're on the upper back, shoulders, arms, and feet. Keep your tail tucked as we lower back down, bones of the spine. Landing, little releasing, the end of exhale. To press hands and feet down, tuck the tail and let that lift up first as we bring the pelvis off the ground for bridge and return it on the exhalation, where when on landing we have a little releasing of those muscles. Activate hands and feet, tuck tail, and inhale, come up. And so we want to smoothen the moving with the breathing. Maybe you're coming up higher and coming down more smoothly to ease your buttocks. We've got one more, please. And so the main cue here is to keep your tail tucked so that your sacrum is long, both on inhale and exhale. So this final exhale, we're coming down, and we're going to release the pressure in the buttocks, the hands and feet. Come into cobbler's pose, so soles of the feet together, knees fall apart, hands roll upwards from the shoulders. And let your breath pour into your low belly. So those muscles have been working. They've been contracting as well as stretching. I love to do core work interspersed with bridge. So all those muscles work so beautifully in tandem. Good. So bring your knees back up, separate your feet so they're flat, and bring your palms also flat, a little closer to your body. Feel how you could press your feet down, tuck your tail, and this time hips rise but hands stay. Now coming up as high as you can, bring your hands together to clasp or hold thumbs under the body and tuck your upper arms under. So as we hold this lift now of the bridge pose, we've got the parallel feet, the parallel knees, the tucked tail, the vigorous arms, and now to focus on the breath. The inhale fills the ribs. The exhale, the low belly, pelvic floor contracts all the way. Keep the contraction going until we feel it at the navel. Staying in the pose, relax your low belly to receive the inhale. Keep working the feet as we repeat that active exhalation. That contracts at the pelvic floor, the low belly, all the way to the navel. Very active core. Be sure to release it as you're ready to breathe in. One more time. So we're building a little bit of stamina here. Active exhalation. Great. Release for inhale. Move the hands out of the way, and the exhale brings the hips, spine back down, slowly down to land and release. Bring your left foot into your left hand, leaving your knee bent. And then we'll do the same with the right foot into the right hand, coming into happy baby pose. So happy baby is, of course, this funny little shape. It's also called dead bug pose, but I prefer to think of it as a happy baby because it is an invitation for a little smile. A little smile here. And letting go this shape. Your feet coming to the mat again. And feeling the landing, how it shifts through the body when your feet are back on the ground. Now bring your hands to cup your head. The hands hold the head, the elbows are wide. Flatten your sacrum into the mat and then bring your feet off the mat where we had them before, knees over hips and shin bones parallel to the mat. This also is a across the body action. So breathing in, curl up upper body and bring your right elbow across to your left knee while your right leg extends straight just above the ground. And inhale, bring your leg back and your head back. Ready to exhale, left elbow across while your left leg straightens out. That's it, lovely, and inhale back. Doing great, everyone. So take it slow as we cross the midline with the elbow. Try and make contact or towards. And feeling how those internal muscles have to work to get us here. So the work is on the exhalation. We're going to end with the left elbow reaching across. And at the completion of that, bring your head back down to the mat. Ooh, let it rest, arms alongside, and feet in cobbler's pose, knees spilling wide. The dropping deep. To take a nose inhalation. The dandelion breath that's blowing out as we turn the face slowly, the length of the exhale towards the left. Slow head roll towards the left. Slow roll back to center, breathing through the nose. And blowing it away as the head rolls slowly towards the right. Great. Coming back to center. Bring your knees in. Press your feet down and tuck your palms face down, palms down underneath your hips. So we've got them pinned now. Your hands or your wrists, depending on how long your arms are, tucked under your hips, allowing us to safely take both feet off the mat. Inhale both legs up to vertical, towards straight, and then lower them a third of the way on the exhale to bring them back up on inhale. Listening to your back now as we take the both legs 2/3 of the way down, back up on in, and a little further. Some might even touch the ground, and then bring it all back up to either take a break, hugging your knees in, or to repeat this sequence. Exhaling a third of the way and back. 2/3 of the way, knowing that taking a little rest as you feel it is self-love, self-care. And those of you still doing this, coming down for that third time as far as you can to then bring your legs back up. Great, and so now we'll all have the knees bent and hug them in with your embracing hands or arms. Nice, everyone. And so now let's roll to the side and make our way to hands and knees. And so if you've got blocks, bring your blocks to the top of the mat. And they're there. That's it, lovely, all fours. The blocks are just ready, not using them just yet. As we take now the right leg straight out, parallel to the mat. Level hips, left arm forward, 3 breaths. Finding balance, equinimity. On the exhale, bring your hand down and your knee. And your right hand might like a little releasing, circling of your wrist. And then back to the all fours, where we'll take the left leg parallel to the mat. Leveling your hips, send your right arm forward, balancing here. The breath equally long, in and out, no pauses. On the exhale, bring your hand and your knee back and give your left wrist a little releasing twirl. Great, and so if you've got the blocks, bring now the middle setting of the block underneath your hands so that your arms are suddenly longer. And from all fours, take your right knee up behind. Inhale, lift it up. And this knee now comes towards your nose as you round your back. Exhaling. And again, the knee lifts, the heart lifts. Exhale, tuck under, knee to nose, round your back and squeeze your core muscles. One more. Great. At this time, the knee comes forward. Aim your right foot to the front of the mat. Plant it there. Good. And then pushing away from the blocks, raise your arms overhead to this kneeling position. To exhale your hands to your low back. Steadying your front knee. Bring your left arm forward next to your head and long reach. Exhale, going nowhere, just to lengthen. Inhale back up. Again, that lengthening. And inhale up. To this time, same action, but bring that elbow across your right knee. And we're twisting now. Bring your palms together and we're turning towards the right. Upper body twist. And breathe here for 2 more cycles. Stabilizing. Finding equanimity and balance through that front foot and knee. As we exhale, the hands come back each side of the foot to the blocks or the ground. And we're going to straighten the right leg. Send the heel forward, draw the sit bone back. That's it. Good, nice long stretch through the hamstrings. And please draw this leg back for second side. It's the left leg. Bring it up behind. Inhale, lift the heart. Curl under for the exhalation. 2 more times. Stay in touch with your breath. The breath helps that internal contraction On the exhale, lovely stretch on in, internal contraction, and the left foot steps to the front. Press the left foot down to bring your arms overhead, finding stability here. Exhale, hands to sacrum. And now the right arm, inhale, bring it forward. And long reach, exhale, just a lengthening. Twice more. So the arm is the opposite arm to the knee in front. On the third one, this long reach hooks the elbow over the left knee, thigh. Press palms. Palms pressing lets the upper body turn leftwards. Find stability here as we look left. And on the exhalation, bring your hands back each side of the front foot or to your blocks. Straighten your left leg. Enjoy this little respite of breath and sensation. Great. Now we'll draw that left leg back and put the blocks to the side for a downward facing dog. So your hands are flat, a little forward of your shoulders, toes curl under, and we lift the knees up, looking towards the knees and the parallel feet. Draw your hips back and feel this lengthening through the arms, through the legs, yep. Be far enough back with your feet so that you can inhale to plank pose, top of a push-up, strong in the core. Exhale, draw your hips back, as we did. Coming to plank on in, and back to dog on out breath. And one more. Great. So this time when we come to plank, just gently lower your knees and come all the way down on your tummy. Come into Sphinx pose. So Sphinx pose, we're on the forearms, which are parallel, and your elbows are directly under your shoulders. Traction from the pubis to your throat, forward and up. Ground through your elbows, wrists, and palms. Now focus on the slow breaths. On the exhalation, slide the elbows back so your hands are where the elbows were. Pubis presses down, shoulders are back. Now rise through your chest with little cobra. Inhale up. Exhale back down, looking left. Inhale, come up again. Let your back do the work more than your arms. And as we exhale this time, come down, letting your face turn to the right. 2 more. Rise, inhale. Coming down, exhale. And rise. And lower. That's it. So let your back do the work. Great, everyone. And so now make a pillow under your brow. Relax your back. Have a little breather here. Unclench the buttocks. Knowing that you must listen to your body. If your back says that's enough, you can take a break here, and some of you want to do a little bit more. Clasp hands at the sacrum. Press your pubis down. Take your shoulder heads back. Collarbones wide. Straighten the elbows and peel the upper body off the floor. And so we're not so much lifting the chin. That's it. Just taking the shoulders back. And then take both legs up, just off the floor. And breathe here. So we're bringing strength, charging up the spine, back muscles. The next inhale is a deep one. Little hold. And then we're coming down on the exhale. Let go of your hands. Return them to under your forehead. So you can relax your forehead and your back. And feel everything here. Now please bring your hands next to your ribs and push to your knees or straight to plank and downward dog. Making your way back to downward dog. Parallel feet. And please walk your feet forward now towards the front of the mat. Parallel your feet and bring your hands to your shin bones. Inhale halfway up. So we did a lot of this at the beginning. Exhale, fold on down. And this time, come all the way up to standing. Feet root, flat back, rise. Bring your arms overhead. And then bring them to prayer pose. Great. Little moment to feel. Great. Bring your feet about hips width or a little narrower as we take chair pose. So we'll inhale the arms forward next to the ears, a little wide. Exhale, bend your knees as though you were going to sit down, strong in the core. And inhale, straighten up again. And exhale, sitting down. And inhale back up. And sitting down. Great. Bring your hands to prayer pose at your heart. Great. It's a little twist now towards your right, towards your left. So bring your right elbow over the knee or between the knees and press your hands to twist your upper body towards the left. Steadying your feet, so working on balance. Great. On the exhale, hands to shin bones. Flat back, inhale. Fold over the legs, exhale, and this time we'll come all the way upright. Arms overhead, stretch tall, and bring your hands back to prayer pose. Standing tall and feel now your body, this field of energy filled with consciousness, vibrating, pulsing, maybe sweating a little bit, maybe shaking a little bit. Let it all be what it is. Great, and we'll take that same sequence the other way. Chair pose. Arms forward next to your head, a little wide. Exhaling, sitting down into chair. Straightening up, inhale. So press your hips forward. And then exhale, strong in your core as we sit down. Chair pose number 2. Straighten up, inhale. And chair pose where we stay. Prayer pose at the heart. This time our twist is towards the right. The left elbow over the knee. Press the palms and turn your trunk. Looking good, everyone. Doing great. Beautiful. The exhale, we bring the hands back to the shin bones or knees, coming up for a flat back. Inhale. Fold over your bent legs. And come all the way up. Inhale, arms overhead. And prayer pose at the heart. And then let your arms just hang at your sides and feel this moment in your tall frame, legged seat. if you like, on your pillow blankie. We'll do a little breathing. And so as you find your upright seat and your heart lifted and your chin level and your shoulders back, the seat of the Buddha, sitting in your own nobility, which is both physical and figuratively. Just lowering your gaze and feel how you might feel stable and steady. Perhaps the heartbeat is loud. Letting everything be as it is. Our pranayama today is alternate nostril breathing. So what we do is we take the right hand thumb to lightly close the right nostril. Index and middle rest at your brow. The left is open for inhalation. Your ring finger closes that left nostril. Lift your thumb and breathe out through your right. In through the right. Close it up and exhale left. So each exhalation is the opposite side. And now the work is to smoothen the breath. In. To switch for exhale. To stay for inhale. Continuing these smooth, deep breaths through the alternate nostrils. Exhale, same. Exhale is cross-switching. Inhale is same. And so this is a balancing breath to bring stability and equanimity. To know that we belong in this body on this earth and how we can, when we have this well-being, feel really good. Continuing to alternate your nostrils slowly with each exhale. And the next time that you reach the top of your inhale, pause a moment, let your hand rest down, and then feel the two streams of breath, exhale. And how easily the two streams come in, unimpeded, natural flow, to the top and back out. Sense and feel all it is in your body-mind. As we now lower the chin and just seamlessly make your way onto your back, hugging the knees in. If you like a little head pillow under your head, do that. But we're just on the back, hugging in. And then take your arms out wide, knees close together. Exhale them towards the left and the head towards the right, and stay, letting your feet land. Little twist to the left. Feeling the breath through the right side of your body. And then we'll catch the inhale to bring the knees back up and take them to the right, having them settled there, relax. And the flow of energy through the left side of your body. And on this inhale, just bring your knees back up. Situate your sacrum right in the middle, and then we're coming into our final relaxation, where if you like to use props under your knees, roll your blankie or your bolster, or just let your legs slide out. And come into a neutral, completely dropping into the mat position that we call the corpse pose, where we let go the body's weight, tuning into the internal streaming of your body, being warm enough, and letting your attention become diffuse, as it were, just knowing that all is well. We've contracted and stretched and breathed and twisted and bent, and now we're complete. We're lying in that natural streaming of sensation in the body as we let gravity take our whole weight, so the muscles can completely let go, and everything that needs to happen in the body happens all by itself, including the breathing. Deep and still. Sensing and feeling again your breath, still there. And let your attention rest on that breath, letting it deepen both ends. As our yoga practice nears completion, we bring our little movement to fingers and toes. drawing the knees in to lie for a moment on your side, on the crook of your arm. And we have a little moment of gratitude. The vibration of gratitude, so powerful. Bring it in, breathe it into the cells. And then slowly come on up to sit. Sitting as we began. We can bring the hands in prayer pose, acknowledging one another and the light within one another and the innate goodness in one another. So grateful. Thanks for coming. Namaste.